How are you, Brad?
I couldn't be better, thanks.
I'm glad you could join us in person. So Helen said you were 13 when your aunt was diagnosed with cancer, and you guys were close.
Yeah, that's correct. Before her diagnosis, I think I'm probably not the only one in this room to say this, but cancer was just a word. And then it became very personal as I watched her fight through such a horrible ordeal. And she, as a young adult, faced some pretty unique challenges, and I didn't know how to help her. And so the only thing I knew at the time was whitewater kayaking, and so that's what I gave her, and I saw that it was tremendously therapeutic for both her and myself. So I looked into some of the options out there for her and realized that there really wasn't anything. And back then there were over 250 programs for kids with cancer. And even though 10,000 kids are diagnosed and there is a significant need there, 72,000 young adults are diagnosed in the US each year, and there were 0 programs. So there was a tremendous need there, and I thought that I might be in a position to help.
Yeah. And you saw that it worked. You saw that it really helped her too.
Yeah, just the act of being out there and doing something athletic and physically challenging in the outdoors seemed to be helpful.
Pretty good, yeah. So what kind of stuff do you do? What kind of activities do you offer in your program?
Well, we started with whitewater kayaking, hence the name First Descents. We've since expanded to more of an outdoor adventure program. So we do surf programs, mountaineering, rock climbing, and most of our programs are week-long, although now we do 2-day programs around the country in collaboration with major medical centers.
Yeah, cool. And how much does it cost for a patient to do one of these programs?
It's completely free.
It's free?
Yes.
Wow, so how does that work? That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
One of the many challenges that young adults face is that we're not generally in a place of wealth. That's when we're acquiring wealth, but we're usually in debt leading up to that. And so making it free is an absolute priority for the organization.
Cool. Oh, that's great. In case you're just joining us, I'm Nick Forster. You're listening to eTown. I'm speaking with this week's eChievement Award winner. You must have some volunteers by now.
Hundreds, yeah. This program runs on volunteers, people to help us out, help us with fundraising, help us run the programs, medical volunteers, you name it.
Do you have any patients who've actually been through the program and then come back to get involved and sort of help out as well?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of our participants go through the program and then realize that they're in a place then to help other people going through what they went through, which is really cool to see because that in itself is an act of therapy, And so to see someone who was in a position where they were utterly, or at least they perceived helpless, realize that they can actually help someone else who was there too. When someone gets to the bottom of a class 3 rapid or the top of a multi-pitch climb, they realize that they did that themselves having cancer, that then they can start to detach from that disease, live beyond it. They're with a group of people who have been through the same things. Yeah. All of these things start to repair a lot of the psychosocial damage caused by that diagnosis and thus allow the person to get back to living a life beyond it.
And the program lasts how long? What parts of the year did you operate?
We're year-round, but primarily our programs happen mid-May to mid-September.
So this fall, I guess, at the end of this year, when you will have completed this coming year's worth of activities, how many people do you think would have gone through your program by then?
Let me preface that by saying that every single one of our program is limited in size for experiential and safety reasons.
Right.
And we only allow 15 participants per program. And so since 2001, by the end of this season, we will have passed over 2,000 participants through the programs.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. And it's also great, Brad, that you were able, starting as a teenager, to give back using your skills and your interests, which I think is so impressive.
Thanks.
Yeah, and I just wonder now if you hear back from people who've been through the program about whether or not it's really helped them.
Yeah, I would say that the fuel for the organization now every single day are the testimonials that we receive from our participants saying that it has changed their life. Yeah. It has allowed them to live their life, and it has even in some cases saved their life. And that is, for me, worth every second that I put into this.
Congratulations, Brad.
Thank you.
Yeah. The name of the organization is called First Descents. Is our website, if people want to see pictures or learn a little more?
Firstdescents.org.
Firstdescents.org.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Well, Brad, congratulations. We got a framed eChievement Award certificate for you. Share that with your volunteers. Congratulations on your program.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
It's an honor.